Hello, hello. I'm Colin, aka Bumpty on Reddit. I run Mega BJJ, and this is Electric Doctor. He has submitted a post on Reddit asking for some feedback. He says that he lost 8 matches at this tournament, so let's take a look. We got a little boop and a beep, shaking. Okay, first off, the other guy looks jacked. He looks way bigger than you. All right, your posture's shit. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. How do I say this better? Okay, do you see how you have your arms way up like this? This is really, really bad technique because there's 3 lines of defense when you're standing: your head, your hands, and your hips. Maybe 4 if you want to get technical about the legs and stuff. But anyways, right now you don't have your hands in a way that you can defend your hips, your legs, which is what opens you up to attack. So first off, close that up. You need to have your elbows down, your elbows in. Okay, all right. What are we looking for? Okay, blast double. All right, so that was a really good takedown, but only because you had your defense way up and you weren't defending yourself. I love that single leg. Single leg X is great. You were trying to upend him, that was actually not bad. Um, let's see, what are you gonna do here? Okay, he spins wildly out of your control. I like the Del Heave thing you're doing. Ooh, maybe you're an inverter. Maybe you like to invert. I can see you doing those things. Okay, you rotated on your butt really well. Again, my feedback with your arms is your elbows are way up here and high. You really should keep your elbows in. It's just going to be better for you. Maybe a little butterfly sweep attempt there is not too bad. And I'm not a big fan of the inverting, like digging underneath inverting. Some people really like to get inverted. I don't like to get inverted because I don't like it squished and stacked on my neck. But because I roll with bigger dudes and that's what they like doing. I pretty much just like tacos and half guard when I'm when I'm so here we go. He's trying to get double unders on you. You're being a little passive on the bottom, I'm gonna say. He's trying to do some things, and I like what you're doing. Your guard retention is actually pretty good. So he's upending you and just pushing you around as if you're some sort of push cart. I like this. Can I stand up? He's like, no, you need to lay down. Oh, okay, I'll sit back down then. Okay, beep, boop. All right, ready to go. Don't reach. Reaching is bad. That's how you get people to hop on your arms with the jumping arm bars and stuff like that. So don't reach from there. And then this is why I don't like I don't like getting stacked. Getting stacked sucks. At this point, I would be walking my shoulders back, getting my hips down low, and doing that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. Are you trying to do like a no arm triangle on his head there a little bit? You're shoving your fist in there somehow. I would be less shoving the fist in and more about getting my hips back into a way I can control them. Because right now he's controlling your hips, and when he controls your hips, he controls your core. When he controls your core, he controls you. So that inevitably is going to lead to something bad. And in which case, looks like he's trying to stack pass. If he knew what he was doing, he would be able to push his chest out, look up, and just push your legs in front, and that would be an easy pass right there. You're primed, ready to go for it. Luckily, he did not know that proper technique and didn't execute that move on you, so that's good. I would like you to start hitting some arm drags. I think you need to do elbows in, you need to do wrist control. I think that you could be controlling his head more like you're doing there. That's actually not bad. And then being a little aggressive coming up. I don't like this just weird inverting underneath him, hoping he hops on top kind of business. I think that it's going to lead you into some bad situations. If you're going to invert, you should be connected or try to be, so that way you can manage distance. Otherwise, it makes it difficult to determine where he's going to pop up or on top of you. I like this. This is good right here. You should be collecting his arm. You should be collecting his arm and pushing it in front, and then blocking off his retreat by getting your chest and behind his elbow, and then coming up and taking the back. If he's going to shove his arm deep down there looking for a darce or something like that, then you should just 2-on-1 do that. That's what's definitely something that you could be doing better there. Um, all the action has been, well, up until now, all the action had been your opponent. This is great. This is a great sweep. I love this. This is good. You got your 2 points. But you see what he's doing? He's not conceding the position, and he does a wizard kick, and he kicks you over. As soon as his hips came up and got hip height on you, let me actually go back and I can show you like where the downfall started. All right. So let's go with your one foray into attacks with the inversion, and then we're going into the sweep. You get 2. He goes the wizard. Look, all right, and then look at the hip height. He goes wizard, and then his hips get higher than yours, right? And then he uses that leverage to kick you over with the wizard kick. And in which case, as soon as his hips came up higher than yours, you should have disengaged. You should have got the hell out of there. Just get out of there. All right, so now we're fighting from turtle. Um, Again, I would be having my elbows in, trying to fight that body lock if I can. Don't want him body locking on me. I also don't want him getting wrist control on me. Um, let's take a look and see what he's got. Are you holding his arm? Yeah, I like that. I don't like that reaching back. Reaching back is a good way to get your shoulder popped. So don't do that unless you're reaching back as you're pulling guard or something like that, in which case you can do that, I suppose. So right now he's got a Dagestani cup or a wrist ride, which if you want to get out of that, you just like pummel inside and straighten your arm. All right, and now he's got the wrist ride and a half Nelson. In wrestling, you look away from the half. In jiu-jitsu, you pummel out the wrist ride and look into the half, and then reach and then recover guard. You just go to your back. In wrestling, they use the half to get to the back, but in this case, it doesn't matter. Jiu-jitsu, I would just pull guard. All right, well, good beat boop there. I guess you lost on points, 2 points. Good sweep. You need more action. You gotta, I would say, keep your elbows in, initiate more actions, work on something. Like you were really kind of slow on the bottom, and it didn't really do a whole lot except the one inversion. In which case, it didn't result in a good technique because it was a scramble, which I really liked where you scrambled, but he scrambled better than you. So just recognize when it's time to bail. You should bail. But you got some good stuff going on. I would say keep doing those kinds of things. Your pace was a little slow, but keeping calm during matches is actually really important. And it's a hard thing to learn. So kudos.